So I just want to demonstrate the second design, the way you can do it in another way. The one I posted on YouTube too, you can make it like that. But the only difference with this one is that the back is much more smaller. It's not as wide as the one I posted on YouTube. And then this one has the bony, and this one has measurements. So that is what I want to demonstrate with it already sewn, just the way I mentioned it in my YouTube channel, the one I posted on the YouTube, just the way I mentioned it. So it's sewn like that. This is the band, and now this is my 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is it. So now the measurement for the bony, I'm using the sewable bony already cut out. So this is the measurement of the bony. So this is the sewable bony. You can use the non-sewable too. I will explain it. So this is the 1/4 inch bony. This is the 1/4 inch bony. So the bony comes like this. This is how it comes. So just measure it out from there. So now the measurement for the first line is 30 inches. As you can see it on the screen, 30 inches for the first line. The second line, the 30 inches already cut out here. This is the 30 inches for the bony. Now this for the second line is 27 inches. So this is the 27 inches already cut out. Now for the third line is 24 inches. This is the 24 inches already cut out. For the fourth line, 21 inches. This is the 21 inches already cut out. So now for the last line, 16 inches. This is the 16 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to fix my bony from the first one to the last one into my fabric. So this is the 30 inches bony. So from the edge like this, I'll just fix it into it. So this is it. So it will come out like this. So then you place it on top of one another like this, at the end like this, because it's sewable bony. So I'll take it to my sewing machine and stitch down and stitch it down. So when I stitch it down, I'll come back to show us the next thing to do. And if it is in the non-sewable bony, you will just place it like this, put your glue gun on it and put it on it like this for it to gum together. That's it. So I'll take it to my sewing machine now and stitch it together and come back to show us the next thing. So as you can see, I'm done stitching it together, so it has now formed a round shape. So the next thing now is to pull it together in order to close it up. You can see. So you make sure you pull it very well to make it firm, because this fabric I'm using is a very stretchy fabric. So you pull it together very well. So this is how you pull it. So when you pull it together, you take your needle and thread. So you at the back, at this place where you pull like this, then you tack it together. So this is how I do it. Like a running stitch is what you do to pull it together. So you can see what I did. So we'll pull it together to make it firm. So we try as much as possible to make it very, very firm at the back here. If it's not so firm, see, it's not so firm, so you can still make more to pull it together. So when I do it like this, then you now come back again run it back again so that it will be very, very firm, to really hold it in place. So this is it. So this is it. So the next thing is I will knot it, and I'll cut it out. So this is what I'll do to the remaining 4. Just exactly the way I made this, the first one, is what I'm going to also do to the remaining ones. So this is it. So now the next thing is to take my next bony, which is 27 inches already cut out. So this is the 27 inches. So next I'll fix it into it and do the same process, just the way I did it to the first one. That's what I'm going to do. So the most important aspect in this tutorial is that when you put your bony into it, make sure you pull it to be firm. So once it is firm, it will bring out that beautiful shape. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to do the same thing to the remaining 3, the remaining 4, just the way I did the first one. So when I'm done, I'll come back to show us what I've done. So as you can see, I'm done making everything like this. The first one will not be so bulky, the second one too will not be, but as it's getting to the 3rd, 4th and 5th, it will be so bulky because you know the this thing we are using is very small. So this is how it will look like. So now the next thing now is to turn it to the other side, because this place is like this place is open. So you just turn it like this and make your running stitch. Try to pull this place together and make your running stitch on it. So while you are making your running stitch, make sure you leave an opening here. This is it, this place. Make sure you leave an opening. So with my needle and thread, I will turn it and see, this is the running stitch I want to make on the, because by the time I turn it, it might be dark. So this is the running stitch I want to make. I'll hold it like this at the other side and make my running stitch. I'll continue my running stitch. So but this opening here, small, I will leave small opening here by the time I finish the running stitch. So that is what I will do now. So as you can see, I'm done making my running stitch at the back here. So this is how the front will be. So now the next thing is to take a piece of the same material, of the same fabric, a piece of the same fabric. I just wanted to use this one because I'm just demonstrating this. So this now is 16 inches by 6 inches. It can be wider, it can be like 8 inches. So but the length is 16 inches. So I'll fold it on the wrong side and take it to my sewing machine and stitch from one end to the other and turn it to the other side. So I'll do that and come back to show us how you will fix this. So this is it. I've sewn it and turn it out. So now with the sewn side facing me like this, so I'll, with the little hole I left here, I'll put it inside it like this. So I put it inside this place and brought it out from here. So now I'll take it to my sewing machine and stitch them together. The purpose for this is to cover up this place. So that is why I said you can make it wider than 6 inches so that it will cover it very well. I'll stitch it down and come back to show us what to do. So this is it. I cut off the excess. So we now turn it very well to this side so that this one side will not show. You put something to embellish this place. I'll show you some things we can do to it. So use it to cover up like this. So now let's turn to this side. So this side now, I forgot to say this. You can weave, you weave the both sides before you start. Even this last place that is like this, you weave the both sides before you do all this, so that your work can be neat inside. Because I'm just using this to demonstrate. So you can see that this place to be bulk, remember it was 28 inches. So we'll cut out so many out of it. So you just drag it and let it be firm. And this edge circumference, because I'm using a very stretchy material, I will just make this edge circumference 22. So measure the edge circumference. If your material is not as stretchy as this, you can make it 23. But because this is a very stretchy material, make it 22 or even 21. So I will just gather it like this. And at the same time too, either make a running stitch, or I'll use my needle and thread. I'll use my needle and thread to just sew it down. So this is it. So I'll sew this very well because this place is still very wide. So we'll move it inside very well, very well. So this is how the back will be. So you can see this place is small, so I'll cut it off. So this is just it. So you style it anyhow. You can style it in front, or you style it to the side like this. So this is it. Style it anyhow you want to style it. Just remember the edge circumference has to be small. So, so thank you. God bless you. Thank you for staying tuned to Glorious at Work. See you in my next tutorial.